Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Tanner with TanmanBaseballFan.com. I put up a little bit of a game for everybody to have fun with. And if you know me, you know that I really love messing around with Photoshop and I enjoy the heck out of baseball cards in general. So I thought I would put this together and, for a lot of folks that would rather watch this instead of read, I thought I would just do a quick rundown of it. So what we're going to do is I actually called this, well, the real Barry Bonds, Please Stand Up. And basically what I've done is I've made some subtle changes to some very, very well-known baseball cards and one basketball card, as you'll see in the future here. So we're going to go ahead and start off with the most iconic early 1980s multi-rookie card. This is the Cal Ripken Jr., and it features two other guys also, which I've probably never heard of before. But we've seen this card boatloads of times. I mean, it's a very iconic card. It's Ripken's first Topps card, and I mean, so it's just a fantastic card. But it's not exactly right. Can you guess, without Googling or anything, can you guess and see what's wrong with this card? And I will give you the answer after we go through this card and the next five cards. So just kind of hang tight, and then everything will be revealed. So let's go ahead and scroll down. Obviously, I've got to do a Canseco card, so I figure I'd start with the 1987 Topps Rookie Cup card of his. So there are three things that are wrong with this. And you're certainly welcome to pause this, obviously, to take a look at and see if anything jumps out at you. But there are three things, so what do you think they are? And again, this is another card that, my gosh, I mean, you've probably seen it hundreds or thousands of times. There's millions of those cards out there, right? So let's go down forward even further. This is Derek Jeter's most iconic rookie card. Everybody and their brother would love to have this card, especially PSA graded 9 or higher. That'd be fantastic. Now the price of this card has gone up pretty good, since he's retired. But anyways, there's something wrong with this card. What do you think is wrong with this one? Looks like, as I mentioned on my article, it looks like he's trying to juggle some baseballs and tripped over the shortstop icon there at the bottom. It's kind of an awkward looking picture. But anyways, there is something wrong with it, so you may or may not be able to tell right off the bat. The next one is the 1990 Donruss John Smoltz error. Now, back in 1990, everybody was trying to find this card because turns out that Donruss didn't put John Smoltz on this card at all. It was actually Tom Glavine. So you see Tom Glavine's smiling face on the card instead of John Smoltz, and later Donruss corrected it, so there's a real version of it as well. But what's wrong with this card? There's something off about it. Can you tell offhand? If you're not a Braves fan from the early 90s, you might not be able to figure it out. But anyway, so let's go forward. Here is the basketball card. This is the most iconic sports card, I would say, outside of the 52 Mantle and the Wagner, probably. Or let's go ahead and just call this the most iconic sports card from 1953 on. The 1986 A7 Fleer Michael Jordan rookie. And this card, I would say out of 10 of them, every 10 of them I see, 9 of them are probably counterfeits. So, and what I did is I had some fun with this one. I actually did something to this card. I posted it online, and I asked people if it's real or fake. Now, this is actually a real card that I photoshopped, but all kinds of people, they didn't get the blaringly obvious thing. They just said, oh, the flag underneath the logo is a bad color. The font's wrong, this, that, and the other. So I got a kick out of that. But anyways, this is an authentic card. It's just I photoshopped it. So what's off with this? Can you tell? And last but not least is the 1987 Donruss opening day Barry Bonds error card that shows Johnny Ray. Now, this guy clearly looks very similar to Barry Bonds. He was on the Pirates, and he has a mustache. So obviously Donruss, we'll give Donruss a pass on it because you could easily mix up those two guys, right? So anyway, like I said, they put Johnny Ray on the front of this, and collectors in A7 were clamoring for this card. And even nowadays, it's still a highly sought after card. People love the Johnny Ray error. So, but what is wrong with this one? Can you tell? All right, let's go for the answers. Let's start off with the Cal Ripken. So, Ripken's good. Bob Bonner's good. But this Jeff Schneider fella, something just seems like it's not right with him. That is because it's none other than David Cassidy from the Partridge Family. So that's not him at all. This is the real Jeff Schneider. And Jeff, I'm sorry for defacing your face there, but anyway, there it is. You are not David Cassidy. The 1987 Topps Jose Canseco Rookie Cup card. There are three things like I mentioned, and I'll go ahead and show you now. You'll see that right here, there's a Gatorade logo in the back. There's not one on the real card. And also there's a Gatorade bottle in the background there as well, just kind of hanging out. There's nothing there as well. Last but not least, this is probably the #1 misspelling issue that I've come across the folks that are writing out something about Canseco. They spell his name wrong. They always spell it with an O. So I put that in the error card as well. Okay, so the 1993 SP Jeter. What is wrong with this one? Can you tell? Here it is. I put the ball in his hand as opposed to having it come out of his hand. Very subtle, and you probably wouldn't be able to get it unless you really studied this card. And if you're like many collectors, that may be true. You may actually have printed out this card and and just stuck it on your desk to just drool over it in hopes of one day getting it. I don't know. I know there's folks out there that do that sort of thing. So anyway, there it is. You see the ball's in the hand, but the real one shows the ball out of the hand. The 1990 Donruss John Smoltz MVP error showing Tom Glavine. What's wrong with this? It is not John Smoltz, but it's not Tom Glavine either. It is actually Steve Avery. So this is the error that I came up with, and this is the error that Donruss came up with. So Steve Avery and Tom Glavine. And here are the three together. So you have Avery, Glavine, and Smoltz. That's the corrected version right there. So they are a pitching powerhouse for the Braves back in the early mid-90s. So that was kind of fun. And anyway, so let's go to the Michael Jordan one. What the heck is wrong with this card? Do you see anything at all? How about now? The net, the rim, it's all missing. I mean, what is Jordan slamming into here? And I loved this one because when I posted this online, oh gosh, maybe 1 or 2 people got it. The rest of the people just screamed it was fake because whenever a Jordan shows up that's not graded, they say it's fake. So, and they had all kinds of supporting reasons for it too, but it literally is a picture of an authentic card. It just doesn't have the net or the rim. So, you know, we've seen this card hundreds and hundreds of times. And, you know, sure enough, it's just one of those things that was just right in front of us and it wasn't there. So, anyways, and last but not least, we'll take a look at the 87 Donruss opening day Barry Bonds Johnny Ray error. So the error is pretty obvious on this one. It's not Barry Bonds, and you may or may not know who Johnny Ray is, but it's definitely not Johnny Ray either. It is actually Sid Bream. So my dad used to call him Sid Coffee and Bream. But anyways, here's the real Johnny Ray error. So if you ever run across this one, it's a good card to have. And you could also take a look at all three of them together. So this is the one that everybody is used to, is the Barry Bonds one. And, you know, then that one. And, you know, you're probably going to be one of the first people that ever, you know, that's ever seen this one if you're watching this within the first day that I posted. So anyways, that's all for now. I might do some of these later down the road as well. It was a blast to put together. I got a kick out of it. I laughed all the way. So hope you all enjoyed it too as well. Again, this is Tanner from TanmanBaseballFan.com. You can catch me on Twitter at TanmanBBFan. I hope you all have a great day.